you feel.
He's
Yeah.
our youngest.
Not here. He's your youngest, for us, he's the oldest.
He's our youngest.
His sister was 2 years ago.
Yeah, she's davening tonight.
I know, she's been talking about doing it
She
for
really
months.
likes it.
Oh, so she's gonna come in, or, oh, that's,
She's gonna daven, yeah, she's a beautiful davener.
Not only that, she sent me a text for me to know the brachas for the Aliyahs tomorrow.
Oh, that's great too. That's great. That's great.
She sounded so professional.
It's great to learn from our children and grandchildren.
well, I don't know about you folks or how often you go, but people will go and they haven't been to shul, or they haven't done it, or they haven't done the motzi, and they come in and they, just, it's always good to know and practice.
That's our calendar.
It's always good to know and practice.
Mostly we can do.
Well, whatever, people don't always, you don't do it
I used to
regularly,
know the
it's.
brachas by heart. And now there's a few skips.
By the way, they have it up here,
I know.
in fairly large print.
I'm thoroughly.
Right there, okay, you've done this before, okay.
Yeah, they've been here before. This is
Okay,
not
I'm
their
just-
first,
All right, now the
not even their
version.
first PJC bar mitzvah.
No. How's your family, Rabbi?
We're okay.
How old are the children now?
9 and 6.
That's a good age.
Yeah. You might. Good to see you. We're joining us for dinner. Because Melissa
Yes,
invited us, so.
yes, I heard, that's great.
I'm
That's
excited.
great. It's great, that's
Thank
great.
Steve for letting us invite ourselves. It's a weird night. Our kids are away. It's weird.
Oh, really? Where?
They're like, they're with my sister, they're in Riverdale with my parents and sister. Thank you for letting my wife invite us over.
We are delighted.
I'm sure never It's weird. Our kids are away and it's like, I don't know, it's like.
So will we.
It's good. I was thrilled.
4-10 game on the 20th.
We can pummel about
Where
the
is he?
excitement of having your book out in the
we're
world,
on-
given
For
birth.
that
It
game,
is finally now full
was like
gestation.
125.
I lived to see it. That's, I would say.
It's not my regular
You've been to a couple of
My
bookstores and
regular
there it is.
There it is.
Very cool.
There it
is.
I'm actually about 2/3 of the way through it. Really,
And
I'm really enjoying it. And I'm not a reader. Really
Well,
enjoying
I am.
it. So, for the Monday thing, are we supposed to have read it for the year?
It's all interesting.
Well, I know whether it's people that are rooting.
No, I'm not.
Big fear is that
I'm not.
Dodgers might help us out.
others in the crowd will say, but
The
you know,
Mets,
it's chapter
we
14.
sweeten.
I'll just make an announcement about
But
it.
please, maybe whether all us, unfortunately, Don and I
For
are
the postseason.
to Rochester for
And
a funeral on Monday.
if the Mets
But
are the best wild card,
first cousin, she
they play 3 home games.
Yeah.
One of them is gonna be on
So,
the
but
show.
I heard next
I get
Monday.
the first and third.
Next
The
Monday,
first game I
James
don't
and
know.
I are gonna be.
The third game, if there is
Yeah,
one,
so,
and this again.
where, in Merrick
It's on
Library?
Rosh
Yeah,
Hashanah.
no.
Local.
Local.
Who's Jan?
Jan's cool.
Coldland?
It's the first, second, and third, so I took the one.
She's the best of
for
Merrick Library.
She is,
I
I
get
figured.
my deal, I get the first
So,
game.
so the best
So
one I know. So
Yes,
the Pelham Library connection was.
Really?
good for her, but
No.
for you.
No, it's been that way for several
She's very
years.
knowledgeable.
When they were in 2 years ago,
So,
they lost to San Diego, all 3 games were up.
She is gonna invite
And
you.
we,
They are.
the deal I had, I went to his 1 to 3. So 2 losses. So I'll show you. Wild card one, there's a division winner
That's a lot of work.
Against the worst wild card.
and then the best wild card
There's
is the
like, yeah, it's like.
So
what
then-
do you
so
do?
then-
I mean,
Right,
It's
yeah.
not, it's like.
So the division winner and the best wild
You
card.
could always send more
So
emails.
for the Mets to be at home,
Yeah.
they've got to finish first, they gotta catch Arizona and San Diego and others.
So we had no home games in that round.
That's the way it's done. Now, once it goes to the second round, they make it, it's
Yeah.
4 out of 7.
Yeah.
Fine.
So that they, you know,
How are you doing?
Yeah.
But
Well, there's a bar mitzvah.
And Park on the Hill tomorrow.
learning then.
It will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's folks here for the bar mitzvah.
oh, it's always exciting.
Look at it. You know, different.
It's one of those things that it's.
Oh,
you it feels like you could always.
Look
Very,
at it.
very
But
nice.
you know, like, there's no.
No, yeah.
Brand new.
Oh.
Top notch.
Very nice.
It's brand new.
And it looks like it's blocked off.
Hello, how
Park
are
on
you?
tomorrow.
could all, you know.
So the Mets would have to finish the head of all of them to get home. And then certainly the 4 out of 7 in the second round is, and I would get one game in the second round.
That's fine. I don't know if that's.
Let's get there.
And I hope that doesn't interfere with young people. Let's make the playoffs in a 4,500 games.
Well,
Russia
I
should.
mean,
Well, there's Chicago in the middle, they got some Friday.
The Mets are in the playoffs. They're taking as it is right now. They won't play
I just got services. I forgot. I am so funny because I was like, I drive over to school.
I'm going 3 times.
Oh, there's services tonight. I'll go to services. I got there and they were like, it's bar mitzvah. I totally forgot the video. Like, what are you doing? Yeah.
Just would like to get rid of him. He's great. He's great at speaking up and joining the men on the same. Well, I consider him too. He's not as bad as him. He's getting worse. But he does have more home RBIs than he does.
I will say, once he hit that second line, to give him the lead.
Yes, and then, the other difference though is he didn't care about
I'm
field.
sure, yeah,
Alonso
I'm sure.
doesn't make the effort.
I mean, I don't wanna ask you
It's
guys.
interesting, the same.
No, there's
That's me.
Mexico. I
Oh,
I know
sorry.
they
But
have
it's
a-
not very bad. Yeah, they went in for a few days.
Not much. I mean, you bring up the no hitter.
Oh, it's good.
I will look at
It
it.
was only the second time in years he won the and to tie the
Yeah,
game.
I am teaching.
Not just to bring the, to tie the game.
Yeah.
Well, that's the key, it's how they They needed that teacher. They needed that teacher.
I'm first grade this year. I usually do first or second.
Yes, that makes sense.
The Entos has been a revelation.
Feeling good? Hey, Zach. What's up?
Just with Alvarez, with all the dings and the catches. He may get better, but all the injuries haven't helped.
Remember this shirt?
Turn his rhythm. He should.
Madison,
Yeah, so.
whenever you're ready to dive, now would be the time.
Totally disappointing.
Yeah, well, Madison's done.
You're from this mountain.
Born and bred.
I'm going to.
I'll just sit.
It's going down the hill. I have to say
It
that
seems like a long drive.
And the best team wins.
Drive.
And the best team wins.
They regularly do.
my older daughter,
I
who's a big Mets fan, lives in Cherry Hill, has to endure her husband and son being Phillies fans, so.
And I have to endure.
Good jobs, everyone. We're on page 14. Welcome to the PJC. If it's your first, no one's first time here, but your first time maybe. Madison, whenever you're ready.
ידי נפש הרחמן משוף עבדה ארץ עונה ירוץ עבדה כמו Lechuneranina Ba'a Adonai. Arbaim Shana Beto Bevamar Am Vehem Lo Yadu Derachai Asher Nishbatei Rafi Imur El Menuati Shiru Ladonai Shir Chada Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz Shiru Ladonai Baruch Shemo Baruch Miyom Leom Yeshuato Safru Bagoyim Kevodo Bechol Ha'amim Bifneotav Ki Gadol Adonai Mulameo Norahu Al Kol Elohim Ay 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 Ki Kol Elohim Ha'amim Elohim Ba'ad Adonai Shamayim Asa Hod ve'adar lefanav Oseh tiferet be'mikdasho Havu l'Adonai mishpechot amim Havu l'Adonai kavod va'oz Havu l'Adonai kevod shemo Zeu mincha uvol hatzona Ay 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 Yishachavu l'Adonai behar HaKodesh כמו בן רעימים, איי איי איי, כל אדוני, כל צבא קודש, כל אדוני, יחיל מדבר, יחיל אדוני, מדבר קדש, כל אדוני, יולל איילות, ויחסו, יערות, ולכלו, כולו אומר כבוד, איי איי איי, אדוני לעמו ישב, ישב אדוני, מלך לעולם, אדוני לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. איי 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 אנא בכוח גדולה ימינך ימינך תציר צרורה קבל רינת עמך סביבנו תרנו נורא אנא בכוח גדולת ימינך תתיר צרורה תתיר צרורה קבל רינת עמך סביבנו תרנו נורא לך דודי לקרא קלה ידלה 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 בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקרא קלה ידלה 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 בני שבת נקבלה שמור וזכור בדיבורך השמיענו אל עמך אדוני אחד ושמועך משם ותפארת ונתיבה לך דודי לקרא קלה ידלה 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 בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקרא קלה ידלה 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 בני שבת נקבלה לקראת שבת ברכו ברכה כי מקור הברכה לראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקרא קלה ידלה 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 בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקרא קלה ידלה 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 בני שבת נקבלה מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה כול תצאי מתום אפיך רק שבט בקבלך והוא יחמול עלייך ימה לך דודי לקרא קלה ידלה 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 בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לקרא קלה ידלה 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 בני שבת נקבלה התנערי מעפר קומי בשבטי תפתח עמי היה לפגישה בית Alayhi Elohai Kimsos Kata Kala Lechadodi Likrakala Likrakala Pene Shama Nekavela Yaminus Mo Tivrotzi Adonai Ta'aritzi Al Yadish Ben Parsi Mishmecha Ben Nagila Lechadodi Likrakala Likrakala Pene Shama Nekavela Shalom Ateret Bala Gam Besimcha Utzola Tochemune Am Segula Boichala Lechadodi Likrakala Likrakala Pene Shama
Page 23.
Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat. Suri Le'ove Yamim.
Koach. This week we observe the Zeiten of David Pullinger, father of Ronnie Barback, Frances Fradkin, mother of Lois Katz, Eric Dreyfus, husband of Eleanor Dreyfus, Herman Spinner, father of Anne Borofsky, Barbara Mazur, mother of Mark Mazur, Gussie Goldreich, mother of Gloria Horowitz, Sanford J. Peck, father of Joel Peck, Helen Kumble, mother of Susan Parati, Sylvia Rubach, mother of Dan Rubach, and also Myron Drachman and Anna Lowenthal and Herman Lowenthal, who are memorialized on our board. May their names and the memories of all those whom we recall be blessings. Mourner's Kaddish is on page 24. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chayechon u'b'yomechon u'b'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael. Ba'gala u'b'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'itadar, v'itale, v'talal, shmei d'kudsha brichu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. O say shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Good Shabbos, everyone. It's so nice to see all of you. The parasha is Kitetse, which is the first word of the pasuk Kitetse lemilchama, when you go off to war. And the opening of the parasha describes various aspects of the laws of war. The first one, and the striking one, a very striking one, are the laws of the Yifat Toar, as she is known in the literature, the beautiful woman whom you might capture and then want to marry, which the Torah is pretty clear is sort of an untoward thing to do, but nonetheless gives you rules for if you want to do this untoward thing, here's how you should go about doing it. And Rashi, and it's a good question, Rashi sort of asks and answers the question about why the Torah does this. Why not just say, well, don't do this thing? Why say, here's this thing that seems kind of untoward, but here's the rules for if you want to do it. And his answer, Rashi's answer, is Lo dibra Torah ela keneged yetzer hara. The Torah is basically talking about the fact that people have a yetzer hara, and so they're going to make an accommodation, and they're going to at least give you some rules for it. But you could still sort of ask the question, why dafka about this? And the Jose of Lublin, an early Hasidic rabbi, asked this very question. He says, why dafka about this particular halakha, this particular aspect of the law or moral behavior, does the Torah give us this whole rule for this untoward thing as opposed to any other? When, perhaps we're expected to obey, or at least the Torah urges us to resist whatever evil impulse we have, or at least try. And his answer, I think, is very fascinating and really very profound. And in answering, he goes back to some of the earlier laws about warfare, in particular the law about the person who is tender-hearted and afraid, who should stay home. Right? When you're mustering an army, the Torah is very specific that all should serve. Beyond the age of 20, all should serve. But if you're tender-hearted and afraid, you should stay home. You could ask a question also about why that is. Ostensibly, and I think there are many possible reasons, ostensibly, and probably the pshat of the text, is that if someone's afraid, their fear might infect the other troops. And this is one of the things the Torah says, that the fear might infect the troops, and then everyone's afraid, and then the army's not going to fight well. The rabbis say something a little bit different. The rabbis in the Gemara say it's because he's afraid of the evil that he will perpetrate. He's afraid of his own sinfulness. That's what the rabbis say. The person the Torah is talking about, who should stay home, is a person who's afraid of what he's going to do in the heat of battle. That's the ancient rabbis. And then the brilliant sort of observation of the Jose of Lublin is, well, if that's true, that means everybody who's going to war is a person who looked deep inside and said to himself or herself, I'm not sinful at all. I'm great. And I can go confidently knowing that I will not sin. And the Chazal says that a person, it's a remarkable thing that he says. He says that one who has never experienced a moment of sin in his life will sin at the first opportunity. And so you have all of these people going off into war, following this chain of reasoning, who are really confident in their own righteousness, or who have never experienced sin. Not necessarily that they've never actually done anything wrong, but they've never experienced it. They've never had the experience of, man, I messed up. And so that kind of person is going to succumb to the first temptation. And that kind of person is going to do this untoward thing. Capture a beautiful woman and decide to marry her, which is why the Torah says, okay, these are the people who are going off to war. And they're going to do this thing because that's how those people are, because they're not thinking too carefully about themselves. And they're vulnerable to the Yetzer Hara. So, okay, let's give them a rule for their will to at least make it better. There's a similar kind of teaching which I also want to share. It's not specifically related to these verses, but it's the same idea. It's a slightly later early 20th century rabbi, although he actually lived almost all of the 20th century, Rabbi Shmuel Ehrenfeld, who quoted the Gemara. So the Gemara has a section about, well, if you're suffering, it's probably because you're sinful. And if you're experiencing suffering, you should really look into your actions and try to figure out what exactly you did to make it right. And then he says, well, if you give an honest accounting of your actions, the Gemara says, and you can't find any, specific sin that you've committed, then you should attribute your suffering to Bitul Torah, that you didn't study enough Torah. That's okay. So if you really looked hard and you looked inside and you found, you know what? I'm just great. Okay, so then you can assume that what you didn't do enough was study. Okay? And Rav Ehrenfeld says, that's the Gemara. And Rav Ehrenfeld makes a very similar, although in some ways even more striking statement than the Jose of Lublin, but it's the same idea. He says that if a person doesn't think there is anything wrong with his actions, that is a sign that he's been mevatel the Torah. That is the sign that he has ignored the Torah completely. So it's not saying that he's rereading the Gemara. It's not saying that, the person ignored the Torah. It says, no, the action of looking into oneself very deeply and finding, you know what, I'm great, that is Bitul Torah. That means you're not taking the Torah seriously at all. And so the point of these teachings, and the point of Elul, and I'm talking a little longer than Friday night than usual, but you know what? It's Elul. And we're all sinners, and it's the rabbi's job to remind you. Seriously, the point of Elul is that we're not supposed to get too comfortable. And the point of Elul is that real self-satisfaction is, at least according to the rabbis, and I think according to the Torah too, not such an attractive trait. Self-loathing is also a bad trait. And I think that that's very important to recognize. The tradition, the Torah doesn't hate us. The Torah loves us. And the rabbis don't hate us. The rabbis love us as we are, sort of mixed up and trying and doing wonderful things and doing awful things. And they do not countenance self-loathing anywhere, I don't think, in the tradition. But neither do they want you to get too comfortable and rest on your laurels. And you gotta kind of have to hold both of those things. And you know me. And I am not, as a darshan, I am not that headline conscious or headline oriented. But sometimes you do get profound things in the headlines, which are, after all, until the AIs replace us, taken from the imagination of actual, real live human beings who say stuff. And one of our tribesmen, Jared Isaacson, who is still in space, I think, on the SpaceX mission, just did a spacewalk. And he looked down at Earth and he said, back home, we all have a lot of work to do, but from up here, Earth sure looks like a perfect world. And he's not the first astronaut to say something like that. I don't know if he was conscious of Elul or not. He is a Jew. But it would be hard to pick a better little saying that encompasses, I think, what Elul is supposed to be about, which is that if you look at all of us, we're really pretty wonderful and extraordinary. But when you go back home and you look closely, there's a whole lot of work to do. So, Jared, I hope you get back safe to our planet. And I hope you help us with all the work. We will continue with Mariv on page 20. Please rise. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Mevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai. You may be seated. U'ma'avir yom u'me'evi layla u'ma'avir ben yom u'ben layla Adonai tzavot shemo el chai v'kayam. Tamin Rochaleinu Leolam Vaed Baruch Atah Adonai Amari Baravim Avat Olam B'Yisrael. Page 29 or 65. V'avatecha al tasir mimenu leolamim Baruch Atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha v'lechtecha b'derech u'b'shokbecha u'b'kumecha u'kshartam me'od al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'b'isharecha v'hayim shemo tishma shemechem Again. Adonai Elohechem Emet 32 or 70. Malchuto beratzon kiblu aleihem Moshe u'Miriam u'bnei Yisroel lechanu shira v'simcha rabba v'ameru chulam u'mi kamocha ba'ele Adonai mi kamocha Ugalom yel chazak menu Baruch Adonai Gal Yisrael Ashkimenu Adonai L'Shalom Aminu L'Mokem L'Chaim 33 or 73. Ushmor tzeitenu vo'enu lechaim ol shalom yatavi ad olam ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha baruch Adonai haborei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. Please rise. V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורות Yina Fashigada Vigada Shemei Rabba Ve'amani V'agiru Devi Amlich Malchutei B'chayechon U'v'yomechon U'chayedecho Beit Yisrael Bagala Bagala U'vizman Kariv Imru Amen Yeshmei Rabba Mevorach Le'olam Ulam Me'alamaya Yibarach Vishtabach Vibar V'ramanasei Vitadar Vitale Vitala Shmei Kucha Brichu Le'elam Minkom Birchata V'shir Nata Dush Bechata Menechemata Damiran B'yama V'imru Amen. We continue silently on 35 or 76. Page 47 or 89. Vayechulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzivam vayechal Elohim bayom hashvi melachto asher asa vayishbot bayom hashvi miko melachto asher asa vayivarech Elohim et yom hashvi vayikadesh oto Kivo Shabbat Mikol Melachto Asher Bara Elohim Lasot Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Eloi Avoteinu Eloi Avraham Eloi Yitzchak Eloi Yaakov Eloi Sarah Eloi Rivka Eloi Rachel Eloi Leah Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor VaNorai El Elyon Konei Shamayim VeHaretz Magen Avot Bidbaro Mechayei Metim B'mamaro Ha'el HaGadosh She'en Kamo Hameniach Lemo Yom Shabbat Kodsho Kivam Ratza Laniach Lahem Lefanav Navod B'yirav Afachad V'nodeh Lishmo B'chol Yom Tamid Me'on HaBrachot El Hodot Adon HaShalom Mekadesh HaShabbat U'mberech Shevi U'meniach B'kedusha Le'amedu Shnei Oneg Zecher Lemase Bereshit Eloheinu V'lo Avotenu Retzevim Nuchatenu Kadshenu B'mitzotecha V'ten Chelkenu B'tortecha Sabenu Mituvecha V'samchenu B'shuatecha V'dar Livinu L'avdecha Be'emet V'anchilenu Adonai Eloheinu Ba'abav Ratzon Shabbat Kodshecha V'yenuchu B'Yisrael Mekadshei Shemecha Baruch Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat Yigada V'yigada Shemei Rabba V'amadi V'agiru Dev L'nich Malchutei B'chayechon V'yomechon V'chaydecho B'Yisrael Bagala Uzman Karivim Ru Amen Yeshmei Rabba Mevorach Ne'olam Olam Me'almayam Yibarach V'ishtabach V'yibar V'yibar Menaseh V'yitadar V'yidalei V'yidal Shmei T'kutsha B'richu Le'elam Mikol B'yirchata V'shirata Dishbechata V'nechemata Damram B'amavim Ru Amen Tikabel Sodon Avaton Decho Yisrael Kodam Shmaya V'imru Amen Yeshlom In Shemaya V'chemalin V'kol Yisrael V'imru Amen Oseh Shalom B'imroma V'yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen Kaddish is page 49 or 93.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, bo'ei peri hagafen.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu mitzvotav v'ratza banu, v'shabbat kodsho v'ahavav ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh bereishit, hihu yom techilah le'ivay kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim, imanu b'chaza v'yotanu kidasha mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodecha be'ahava u'ratzon hichaltanu.
Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat.
Amen. Shekoah. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adonai kol, l'ateit gedula li'oser breshit, shelo asanu kegoyei haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo samu Elokeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu k'kol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, u'nishachavim u'modim, l'ifnei melech, malchei hamachim, hakadosh baruch hu, Shem shamayim v'yosei haaretz, al ken nekabel echad V'agatu b'toratecha, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed, v'nemar, v'haya Adonai le'melech al kol haaretz, v'yom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo Warner's Kaddish is 52 or 101. Yitzgadal v'yitzgadash shemei rabbah, ve'alma divra kirutei, ve'amlich malchutei, ve'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala u'mizman chariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah morach ve'olam v'mei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei t'kudsha ri'un. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, adam yiran v'alma v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Good Shabbos, everyone. Yasher koach to Madison for Kabbalat Shabbat and to Zach for leading Kiddush, which is sponsored, and Kiddush is sponsored this week by the Glicks to celebrate Zach's bar mitzvah. Thank you so much. Please reach out to the office. There are some Kiddush dates in the future that are available and in need of a sponsor. On Sunday, we're going apple picking with the Learning Center, but everyone's invited if you want to come. It'll be 10 a.m. Somewhere slightly upstate, not upstate, something in Upper Westchester. Look in Anna's email, or you can ask Anna tomorrow if you'd like to come. I think you could just show up. So just come to pick apples. It'll be great. Sunday. And what's that? What's that? I said ask Anna. Ask Anna tomorrow. Yeah. Because she'll be here then. Or you look at your email after Shabbat. On Monday is the book party here for the release of my book, which was released on September 10th. And please come to that, even if you haven't RSVP'd, and it'll be a great conversation and some dessert, I've heard, and so it'll be, please come, that'll be wonderful. And then also this week, if you're into books and you're into Jewish books, on Tuesday, there's another book launch, not for me. This is for Professor Arnie Eisen, who's been here at the seminary before, been here to teach before. He's the former chancellor at the seminary. He's a good friend of mine. And his new book of constructive theology called Seeking the Hiding God just came out. And the PJC, along with all of the other shuls in Lower Westchester, is co-sponsoring an event at the JCC in Harrison on September 17th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. So please come to that if you're interested. You could just show up and he'll be signing books and you'll buy books if you want, and admission is free. And then looking ahead for the rest of the month, we have another simcha coming up next week. Dov and Rosalia Eliezer are celebrating their B'nai Mitzvah, and also we have Slichot coming up on the 28th. Saturday night the 28th for Havdalah and dessert and Slichot, and then of course the holidays are really right around the corner. So there's so much going on, and stay tuned. Any other announcements? All right, we'll conclude with Yigdal on page 53 or 114. Yigdal Elohim Chai V'yishtabach Nimtza V'heinei Tel Metziuto Echad V'en Yachid Ge'yechudo Nelam V'gam Ein Sof Le'achduto Ein Lo Demot HaGuf Ein No Guf Lo Naharo Chelav Kedushato Kadmon Lechol Davar Asher Nivra Rishon V'hein Reshit L'Reshito Hino Adon Olam V'chol Notzar Yoreh Gedulato Malchuto Shafa Nevuato Netano El Anshe Segulato V'tifarto Lokam B'Yisrael B'Moshe Od Navi Umabit Et Munato Torah Temet Natan Le'amoel Ya Nevio Neman Beito Lo Ya Khalifa El Velo Ya Mirdato Le'olamim Le'zulato Tzofe V'yodea Setarenu Mabi Le'sof Davar Be'kadmato Gomel Le'ish Chesed K'mifalo Noten Le'rasha Rak Rishtato Yishlach Le'ketz Yamim Meshichenu Liftor Mechakek Et Yeshuato Meitim Yechayel Berov Chasto Baruch Adei Shem Dilato Meitim Yechayel Berov Chasto Baruch Adei Shem Tehilato. Good Shabbos, everyone. Mazal tov. Mazal tov. Oh yeah. No, well that Kiddush cup was a gift.
And thank you so much.
Like the what that synagogue down, that old synagogue, what is it? Synagogue down Chinatown. Beautiful. Here. What's it called? Yeah, it's down in Chinatown. It's like one of the old. And yeah, my students are like Tuesday. Oh yeah.
I look like a monster.
You can't buy the cigarette.
And you have to hit something. By the way, I have so long after
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm that's right.
Gloria, when he's trying to kill himself, leave him alone.
Yeah, she shot.
Yeah, not shocked at all,
But,
yeah.
but we weren't, I was cleaning out Passover carols over there, and I ordered a set of new cookbooks.
I'm going by
that
right,
cook
you
for
can do my
Passover.
right. Okay, so my
And she'll be talking about it, like,
Yeah,
but the cookware is really just my, and so it's like, so we're moving and we're, yeah, so it's a good thing to be closer to her. My sister will be 7 minutes away from me instead of an hour and a half.
Shabbat shalom, I gotta go run to dinner.
This is, oh, you're not, Harry, I'm sorry, I just totally forgot. Yeah, so, he's gonna be a shiny.
Nicely nudged him.
I kicked him in the tuchus. That's what I say. I don't nicely, I just kick him in the tuchus. I say, come on, you're gonna do this. Come on. Because I always tell him, like, on day one, I say, this is not your bar mitzvah, it's mine. And if I look good, then it's okay, but if I don't look good, I'm just joking. So I would always tease them.
He sounds so beautiful, the parts that he knows and
I know,
practice.
I
And
know.
then he like gives.
I know. And I just felt that, but I'm hoping he worked on the English so that it comes out, like, everything like that.
We're still trying.
All right.
We gotta tweak his of our church.
I love when he sings.
He has beautiful voice. He's beautiful. Madison loves him.
I tell him they should make songs.
Wow.
They're really good.
Wow. You know what? I say life doesn't, like, education doesn't have to stop here. So if he wanted to, even next year, if nobody has Kitei say on the anniversary of the bar mitzvah, oh, maybe he wants to come back and do it. Why not? You know, life is a do-over. Life is a do-over. So whatever you did this year, you're gonna come back next year and do it on your anniversary of your bar mitzvah. Oh, look at his face! Did you see that response? I think you went a little cross-eyed on me when I said that. But your family is just a treasure, and you're all such gems, and it's really a pleasure to work with everybody and see everybody growing up. 15 now, almost 15. Almost.
How are your boys doing?
Oh boy! So Sammy's birthday's today, and he's in. Thank you. He's in college, and he's at American University, and he's got a party with his friends. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And Zachary's a senior in high school, and so we're getting. They're going to actually Pittsburgh for the weekend. His goal is to see every single baseball stadium in the U.S. So they're going to Pittsburgh this weekend. He's able to. He's got some slack in his schedule and stuff like that. So they're going to. But he's a Mets fan, but he wants to see all the stadiums. So I get a hat from every stadium.
Really?
Yeah, so it's a good goal. I think he's like 14 or so. Yeah, he actually even owns a Yankees hat. Oh, you know, yeah. Did you see his eyes go up? I'm guessing I'm a Yankees fan. Anyway, so if she wants to know yes, I'm gonna go make mine, and I'm gonna be at my say, and that's so good. So we get to see you tomorrow. Yeah, you're beautiful. You're gonna be amazing. You want to sleep? Okay, sleep. All right, thanks, guys. Have a great night.
We put this on. Bye.
I got
What do you wanna do?
Oh my god, it's not funny anymore.
Go to the bathroom. You hold on to that, that's yours. Yes. You're not going like that. Those are your clothes for tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, you going to candy? That's what you're gonna do?
Don't put it far under, just put it right.
What are the kids? What are they doing? What are the, Neil, where's Natalie? He's going to the bed.
He's peeing. Oh, you want me to help?
Yeah, sure.
Can I have some?
All these kids?
2 chairs, because I have to see in that hand.
Put one there.
Why are you putting them on the side?
What do you mean, why am I putting them on the side?
I put them in the middle. Are you putting them on the side or in the middle?
I'm putting them down.
You did all those over there?
No.
Did you?
I did one. Wait, what are the people up front gonna have? You gotta put them on the chair.
That's pretty much us.
Yeah, I want a bunch of candy to throw at Zachary. Are you kidding?
These are soft. Last time they were hard.
Probably because it
Well, I got it.
Madison, I wasn't mocking you.
Put it on the front seat like that?
Yeah.
She thought I was mocking her.
Hey,
I didn't know that you were allowed to drink. What was that? That's great. Oh, great.
alright,
Okay, stop.
stop.
I did.
Do you have enough?
Wait, what about
No,
tomorrow?
we didn't finish.
What about tomorrow?
Finish.
Tomorrow, Mom?
What?
There are gonna be a lot more chairs tomorrow.
Is this?
I
this
need
all
9
done?
more.
I don't see over here.
There's gonna be a lot more chairs.
Is that it?
Oh,
Oh.
you need 2 more.
I quit. There's one on each chair.
Mom, 2 more.
Oh, someone left a water bottle.
Who?
Huh?
Yeah, that's Mom. Do you not know that by now?
Why would you put it under the chair?
There's a dent in
These
it.
are all down. Right?
Mom, what about tomorrow?
Wait, this row was not done? Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4 more.
What is this?
The front has like nothing. It does not have enough.
This thing is huge.
I ate 3.
She's eating shit. She's a big bag.
Alright.
Whoa, 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 what was that? This, like, wait, Madison, come here. Madison!
Oh, put your folder up here,
What is
unless you're
that?
gonna practice.
My folder's
No,
not
bring
here.
your folder home and practice.
There are 2 buttons over
Can
there.
you read it?
Shh, don't touch those buttons.
Can you read your
That's so cool.
Devartara, please?
Here?
No, let's go.
I want to hear him read it. No,